is Aviis. Welcome to RH Fist Gaming Channel, which is the only channel we're gonna have for RH Fist. Now, to explain a little bit more before my video, RH Fist is during the year and all around, with three of the directors from Inferno Network, but me and Scott during the summer. I don't know if Christian's gonna join in, but we're gonna keep up the channel Inferno during the summers only, and maybe during spring. So like both before summer and during summer, we're gonna try and get that channel going and stuff like that. But what I'm here today to talk about is the YouTube dream. Now, this was a video from some guy that I saw on YouTube where he was talking about his YouTube dream, and then Scott the Sloth Emperor made a video about his YouTube dream, and you can check that out on his personal channel. I'll put the link in the description. As you can see down, the layout is not a normal Call of Duty layout, which you don't know what that looks like because there's only been one Ghost video, but usually I have layouts for each game that I play, except for Zelda, because you can't really make a layout for Zelda. I'll even have one for the series that I'm starting, which is Zelda Minish Cap. Yeah, so, logo's in the top left, logo, intro thingy, videos in the right, my name's down below. So let's get started on the YouTube dream. Over here on the left side, you're going to see a list that is going to compile of all of my dreams. Now, it may be a lot or it may be a small amount, and you may have some of the same dreams, so I guess you can let me know by any way of contacting me, via email, via commenting on the video, which I would recommend. You can tweet at me, Tristan Slusher, or at xaviis, xxaviisxx, or you can just, not comment and like the video, or you can like it either way. Doesn't really matter. Thanks. Alright, so let's get into it. My whole goal on YouTube since the day I started was I originally wanted to be a comedian, along with a machinima maker. So, little 9-year-old Aviis getting a bunch of people into an Xbox Live party on Halo Reach and making machinima and recording them with an easy cap, and then eventually a Dazzle HD, and the quality was so poor that none of it ever saw the daylight, and it probably won't. I think I only have one of them. So then, because the Dazzle didn't really turn out for me, I went to PC gaming, which ended up being just like Minecraft and stuff like that, because I've never really played shooters on a PC. I've played the occasional Combat Arms and stuff like that, but that's not like a technical Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo. I played Halo 1, so I guess that'd count. Played Crisis. Those are the only two like real ones I played. Blacklight Retribution, I don't know if that really counts as a game. Ones that you'd buy, I've only played 2 of. So, that's where we're at. Also getting Far Cry, which I may or may not do a walkthrough of, because the game actually ended up disappointing me, and that's a whole nother video when I start doing my gaming rants. It's whatever, you'll see them. So, my dream on YouTube at the time was to make machinima, to be this huge guy, get sponsored by machinima. Well, that somewhat happened. I mean, I was on machinima. I was in a few people's videos, and I did body acting and some minor voice acting for a few machinima directors. Then met some Yoush people. Now, this is when I met Yoush, this is 2 years later, so I went from having the goal of making boss machinima to going into commentaries because I loved talking to people, and then that's when my official YouTube dream began. I started up a channel with a few friends called Radiation King Z, which was originally for machinimas. Then we decided to go into commentaries with stuff like What's Your Song, where we had the viewers vote on a song and we played it in a video with some gameplay from Call of Duty or Halo, and just commentaries about life and telling life stories and all this. And this like blossomed out a little bit. They reached 100 subs and then went downhill. We kind of like separated, and we don't make videos anymore. I'm the only one that continued on the channel. I left the channel, went on to my own, and that didn't really turn out well. At the time, I was known as Beastly X, or Beastly X Snipes. I started doing Minecraft stuff on my own personal channel, which I made called XXVs. It's a brand new start. Did it with Christian, did it with a few other friends, made some really fun videos and had a lot of fun, and those are now privated on my channel, so you're not going to find them. But you will if you go to my channel soon. You'll see a Zelda Let's Play, which is going to be pretty cool self-promotion on my own video, on my own channel. So I went from there, and that's where it started. I started there, Radiation King Z, left them, and then I wanted something new. I wanted to be able to create something. So I wanted to be like this really cool guy, and it didn't turn out well. I ended up making a channel called Video Hub by Aviis, which was the name of it, and it had a website and all this stuff. And then I decided to cancel that completely because I didn't know what was going on. And then I started joining in with another channel. They no longer exist. It was YouTube Gaming something. I don't remember. They invited me to be a director because they saw some of my personal content. I went in, talked to a few of the guys, didn't end up liking the community, so then I backed out of it. And for a while, I was doing just commentaries with like a few friends here and there, never able to do like full solo commentaries because I never had anything to talk about. But with other friends, I had more life stories, and that's when I realized that I wanted to entertain people, and I had fun doing it with friends because I would able to keep conversations going and try and keep the videos interesting. So then for a while, I started doing only duo commentaries and only try commentaries, no solo stuff, and if I did, it was just like a few minutes before a video started, or a machinima. I made a channel called the Inferno Network, which is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. The Inferno Network was supposed to be a channel to bring in a big community of YouTubers. We were going to bring in fan bases from the Slaughter Emperor, from the Mexican Mohawk, from Aviis, from independent gaming, from all of these different spots, and bring them all into one and make this huge community that's all a bunch of friendly people. And it turned out pretty well, reaching almost 400 subscribers within the 2 or 3 months of summer, which is amazing, especially for us being all small YouTubers. I had 140 personal subs, and Scott, I think, hit 300 before he made his new channel, 200 or 300, which is also amazing. 1 second, like, hard to do this. Straight talking is hard. So that we ended up doing that, and then school came along, and that kind of destroyed everything. The channel is still up, and it will be worked on during the summers, until I think next year. So one more of just straight summer, then we'll have a school break, and then it'll become a year-long channel. Because if we get that channel up to 1,000, then it's gonna be our personal channel that we keep going on. Because then once you hit that fan base, and it just goes up. As Scott said in his video, it's like putting whatchamacallit out of it's like putting something in a field. I'm gonna use, because I don't know what the fuck he used. Actually, I'm not gonna use that metaphor. Basically, you're trying to be the needle in the haystack. You're trying to be that one special person, and then the haystack gets smaller and smaller, and it gets easier to find that needle. And once you get the needle, I don't know where I'm going here, I'm not good with metaphors. Basically, once you get a start, and you get a lot of people, you get a great community, it just builds, and that's what we were trying to do with that. And that leads to my personal YouTube dream, which still continues today through RH Fist, and through Channel Inferno, and through my personal channel, is to get the friendliest community possible, get the supportive community that's like a family, that if you guys want to comment on our videos, and you guys want to play some games with us, we're not going to be like, oh, let me do one video saying, hey, how are you guys, and then be done. It's going to be, if you want to be shouted out, we understand what it's like to be small YouTubers, so if you have good content, we'll shout you out, even if we have, like, no viewers. We could have, like, 12 viewers on our videos, and if you asked for a shout out and you had good content, we would give it to you. Because we understand what it's like to be in those shoes. I want to have a community that we can circle around, that we can go to events and see, that are supportive for not just us, but anyone that we talk about and shout out. So that was my whole goal on YouTube. With Channel Inferno, that started up again, and it was blossoming so fast, but now we are on a break. I will be releasing a video on there explaining all of this stuff, so if you guys want to go check that out to hear some extra parts of my story, then you can go do that. But what happened next was I went into making machinima again. Now this was a series called The Apartment, which is currently on Channel Inferno, which I am writing the script for Season 1 and Season 2 now, and it will be continued. So, I hope you guys are ready for that because I had so much fun doing it, editing it, staying up for 5 hours, but it was so worth it because I love the end product. I know it's kind of amateur if you guys see it, but I loved it and I can watch it over and over again. So, my YouTube dream is to, I don't know what I'm doing in the video right now, just shooting a gun. My YouTube dream was to do all this stuff, and it still is. So my only question for you guys is, what is your YouTube dream? And the only help I need from you guys is to share this out, to support the channel, and become part of the community that me, Scott, and CJ, and everyone else on YouTube wants to have. We want to be there for our subs, and we want them to be there for us. It's like a family. So I think I'm going to end it here because that's kind of the end of this gameplay. So my name is Aviis. Thank you for checking out RH Fist. I love all of your faces, and goodbye. Yeah.